I'm gonna knock you out.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna knock
No,
you
you're
out.
not. No.
I'm gonna knock
No,
you
you're
out.
not.
I'm gonna knock you out.
No, you're not.
Take your glasses on.
The way I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, I take that as disrespect, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna say and try to, punk me or something, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I got aggressive on him. And
Got a Mexican dude there that got up with him as probably his bodyguard. He thinks he's tough. He's not tough.
Caleb Plant recently faced off with Edgar Berlanga after Berlanga called him out, creating a lot of tension between the two fighters. Known for his smooth boxing technique, Plant stood his ground, making it clear that he's more than ready to fight.
No, besides promise, I'm saying
I'm gonna knock you out, bro. I'm gonna knock you out. Take your glasses off. I'm gonna knock you out, yo. I'm gonna knock you out.
No, you're not.
I'm
No,
gonna
you're
knock
not.
you out,
No,
nigga.
you're not.
I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out, nigga. Take your glasses off.
For what?
So this fight that you want to have happen next? We're not fighting. We worry about September, and then after that, I'll knock you.
What'd you tell him, Berlanga?
Eddie Hearn, a well-known boxing promoter, has shown strong interest in a potential fight between Caleb Plant and Edgar Berlanga in the super middleweight division. He believes this match would be a great spectacle, showcasing the depth of competition in the 168-pound category. Hearn sees this bout as a major event that could excite boxing fans worldwide.
Caleb Plant fight. I think that's a brilliant fight. You know, two guys that are going to really spice it up at a press conference. Two great fighters, two great 168-pounders.
Fuck Plant. Fuck Plant. Fuck Plant. Fuck Plant.
Some critics argue that Berlanga's pursuit of a fight with Plant is mainly driven by the chance to make money, suggesting that he views this as a lucrative opportunity. This has sparked debates about his true motivations behind calling out Plant and what his strategy might be in the boxing world.
Shout out to Edgar Berlanga for the first round KO victory over Mantequilla, aka Butter, aka the Puerto Rican version of Homer Simpson. How dare you look like that? How dare you walk in the ring like that, having an 8-week training camp? You ran around the block one time and said that you was in a training camp. Came over here for a damn payday. Embarrassing, but that's what you need to do. That's what Edgar Berlanga needed to do, is embarrass the embarrassment. You feel me? It is what it is. Everybody thought he was gonna get knocked out anyway. But what's gonna be next for Edgar Berlanga? Edgar Berlanga is gonna be, well, he's now a free agent. He's now a free agent. In the post-fight interview, he called out Jaime Munguia, Caleb Plant, Jamal Charlo. Hopefully he could add Diego Pacheco in the mix. Demetrius Andrade in the mix. That would be a good fight for Edgar Berlanga as well in the 168-pound division.
Berlanga has addressed the reasons for his callouts, explaining that boxing is a business. He admits that if Plant offers him a good deal, he'd be happy to accept. This view reflects the reality of professional boxing, where financial factors often influence the decisions about which fights to take.
Colin Wigan, IFL TV with the main man, Edgar Berlanga. You done it again, first round KO. Just chat to me about that tonight, Edgar.
I'm humble, bro, and I was supposed to do that. They try to, mix it up, whatever. My team gave me that opponent, and, we took the challenge. But, I went in there, I did what I had to do. I'm a veteran now, so I got him out of there early, and, now we off to the next one.
Did you always know it was going to be like that whenever you got in the ring with him?
Nah, I'm on a different level now, I'm gonna do the same thing to Plant, I'm gonna do the same thing to Munguia, I'm gonna do the same thing to Charlo. I got dynamite in these hands. And like what Floyd Mayweather told me, he said, yo kid, got dynamite in them hands, just let them shits fly. Nobody's gonna stand there with you, nobody. You hit too hard, you too smart, IQ. You got these, bro. Once you touch somebody, you're going. So
what did you make of Caleb Plant this week, coming out online, criticizing the opponent first of it?
He fought guys like that himself, But it's just people who expect me to be fighting for a world title right now, fighting Skull or something, or fighting them. But that wasn't an opportunity we got, I'm a free agent now, so now I can go off and do whatever I want and, do the things we like to do.
Eddie said in interviews that he wants to work with you going forward. Is that something that you want?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the social media, everything, me and him be chatting and stuff, but at the end of the day, business is business, and
Caleb Plant hasn't held back when it comes to criticizing Berlanga. He pointed out that if Berlanga had suffered a loss to a fighter like Canelo Alvarez, he wouldn't be acting the way he has been on social media. Plant's comments emphasize his belief in the importance of professionalism, especially after big fights.
I'd rather try and go out on my show trying to win than just, you know, keep my hands in my back pockets. And, you know, especially when I've talked about, you know, I hit harder than Golovkin and I'm the greatest fighter to ever come out of the East Coast and all these different things, you know, I'm not going down without a fight. You know, I'd rather go out on my show personally, you know, and as a competitor, if I do lose, you know, it may not be my fondest moment, but when I was like, I'm sad after I lost to Canelo, I was concussed. So I'm not thinking straight, but I was being honest in that moment. Like, I trained hard for this. I come up short, you know, I'm sad, this sucks. But I'd rather have that moment on the internet than for me to lose every round and then be smiling, laughing, you know, showing all my watches and jewelry and laughing, acting like, you know, I'm the man now, so.
In response to Berlanga's challenges, Plant has expressed his willingness to step into the ring with him. Plant acknowledges that Berlanga started the verbal exchange, and now he feels it's his turn to respond. He also points out that a fight with Berlanga would be financially rewarding, encouraging fans to keep an eye out for updates. This shows that Plant is confident and eager to take on new challenges.
This Saturday, Revenge Tour is dropping exclusively on EdgarBerlanga.com. You can't get it nowhere else, can't find it nowhere else other than EdgarBerlanga.com. You know, I told myself that I wasn't going to do that, but sure enough, at the press conference, I'm sitting there minding my business. And, you know, he starts yapping at me as if he doesn't have a tall enough task in front of him. So, you know, I appreciate the viral moment, Edgar. I appreciate you making me some money too. So Saturday, 10 a.m. PST, EdgarBerlanga.com. There's been about 3 or 4 times that he's done threatened to smack me in my face. And, you know, a couple of y'all are like, oh man, Caleb getting into it with this person, he's getting into it with that person. This is like the 3rd or 4th time now he's done threatening to smack me in my face. So when I wind up putting my foot in his ass, I don't want to hear nobody in any comments talking about, oh, Caleb, was he? Yeah, well, step to me, threatening me that you're going to smack me in my face. See how that works out.
The tension between the two fighters has intensified beyond just words. Berlanga has voiced his frustration with Plant's use of a website linked to him, claiming that his logo is registered and that he plans to take legal action. This adds a new layer to their rivalry, extending it into legal matters and revealing the complexities that come with high-profile boxing feuds.
I don't know, he probably thought like he was gonna like mess with my mind on that, but it's not like he bought my logo. He can't buy my logo. He didn't buy my logo. My logo is registered under me. He bought a domain that I was trying to buy from the person, and they didn't want to sell it to me. I don't know how to. He offered him a lot of money or something, but I don't know. I'm gonna sue him after this fight.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna sue him. For that? He sent me like a screenshot of how much money he made off my account, off the website. He made like 20 grand. He said, like in a week or something. So I'm gonna sue him and I'm gonna get all my money back. That's all.
Both fighters have shared different accounts of their past sparring sessions. Berlanga claims that Plant spent the first 6 rounds avoiding him, suggesting he wasn't engaging in the fight. On the other hand, Plant insists that Berlanga couldn't land a punch during those rounds. These conflicting stories add to the intrigue surrounding their potential matchup, as fans are left wondering what really happened and how it might affect a future fight.
We sparred with him in Vegas. We beat his ass.
Oh, you sparred with Caleb Plant
when I was young. Yeah, when I was young.
When you was 19.
Yeah, we did 6 rounds, and the first like 5 rounds he was like running around the ring, you know, doing his little showboat and stuff. And then the 6th round I hit him with a crazy body shot, and he jumped out. He jumped out the ring, and we was pressing to do 2 more, to do 1 more, and he didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do more rounds.
We did spar at the Mayweather gym. And honestly, for 6 rounds, he was like in there shadow boxing. He couldn't touch me. But during our sparring session, nah, definitely not. He was shadow boxing for 6 rounds, and then he got out. Mark was like, man, we really appreciate the experience, and, you know, thank you for the work. And that was it. But he was, I can't remember how old he said he was.
19.
Yeah, he was young, you know, and I put that on my kids. I put that on my boxing career. Yeah, that definitely didn't happen.
Berlanga has expressed feeling disrespected by Plant after an incident where Plant supposedly ignored his attempt to shake hands. He sees Plant's actions as an insult, which has fueled his desire to settle their differences in the ring. This personal element adds even more intensity to their rivalry, as unresolved issues often raise the stakes in boxing matchups.
But if you don't get that fight, what's up? Like, he just kept going,
press you
pressing me, you know what I'm saying? And bro, we from, say, man, you know, New Yorkers, you know, and the way I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, I take that as disrespect. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna say and try to, you know, punk me or something, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I got aggressive on him, and I feel like I try to shake his hand. I'm like, y'all respect, and I told y'all respect you as a fighter, you know? Even though you lost, but you fought at that level. You know, you fought at the top of the mountain. You know what I'm saying? You took an L, but you made it to that level, you know what I'm saying? And you performed and you did what you had to do. I respect it. Oh, what's up? All right, so he just kept going, and I was just like, you know what? F this dude, man. I just started going off on him, you know what I'm saying? And from right there, it was over. I was like, this dude's no good.
But y'all sparred before, right?
Yeah, we sparred.
How'd that go?
18. And
you were 18?
In Vegas, I was 18, yeah. I probably had like 2 pro fights.
Okay.
We was at Floyd's gym, and we jumped in. I just got landed into Vegas too. Like, I was probably like a day or 2 in there, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And I jumped in there with him, and we did.
At a press conference for a Canelo Alvarez fight, tensions between Plant and Berlanga boiled over. Berlanga boldly declared that he intended to knock out Plant, claiming that his boxing IQ was superior. The situation escalated, with Canelo Alvarez himself stepping in to calm things down, advising Plant to stay calm and reassuring him that he would beat Berlanga on Plant's behalf. This moment highlights the high emotions and fierce competition surrounding a possible fight between the two.
At this level is intelligence and IQ, and we're not gonna end up like that. I got knocked out. Caleb.
All right, card.
Yeah.
All right, let's turn things back over.
Stop
Caleb,
the cap,
Caleb, take it easy. I'm gonna take care of him for you. I promise you. I promise you.
Caleb, shut up.
Hey. Buddy,
You
that's
lucky
for
you
you.
get smacked.
Go and shape
You
your
think he
beard.
got more IQ than you?
What you said? What?
Canelo.
What you said?
The rivalry has also spilled over into public spaces. Berlanga and rapper Fat Joe mocked Plant's attendance at a press conference, suggesting that Plant was only trying to put himself in the spotlight. Such public ridicule adds a personal touch to the feud, shaping how the public perceives the fighters and increasing the anticipation for a potential showdown.
So what I don't understand is the guy, Caleb Plant, he had his shot, he got knocked through the ropes. Why are you worried about your fight?
Yeah, he another dude. He got a whole other fight he had my press conference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what is he doing? Like what is he talking about?
Clout
And you got
chasing.
knocked through the ropes. It's almost like signing in. It's almost, it made me feel like Rikers Island or something. The guy done got it. Now you want to big up the guy with this fight. No, I never seen nothing like this in my life.
They over here hugging him and all. I'm like, yo, this dude's a...
Nah, it's unbelievable. He shot in legend.
Yo.
Caleb Plant is known for his straightforward approach and his willingness to take on top opponents. His challenge to Berlanga is seen as an effort to secure a significant fight that would test his abilities and add to his legacy. Plant's past experiences with high-level fighters are considered an advantage in a potential bout against Berlanga.
Caleb Plant has become one of my favorite fighters. He is a real dude. He will tell you exactly what he's thinking to your face. He will come up to you in front of you, smack you, and tell you what he wants to say in your face. Edgar Berlanga has been talking a lot of crap. Caleb Plant is the type of person that he'll keep receipts. He will keep receipts and he will take them out. And he doesn't care where you're from. He doesn't care what you're doing. He doesn't care any of that. He just wants to get in the ring, let his fist do the talking. And Edgar Berlanga has been calling out everybody except Caleb Plant. I think it would be a great matchup. I think those two would make a really great build-up. Probably sell out. And I think this is good for boxing. I would favor Caleb Plant a little bit just due to his experience. But Edgar Berlanga is a big dude that has punching power, so you can never sleep on him as well.
Edgar Berlanga recently experienced a setback, losing to Canelo Alvarez, where he felt the power and skill of a seasoned champion. Berlanga has openly discussed the impact of Canelo's punches, acknowledging that the fight was a learning experience. This loss marks a turning point in Berlanga's career, as he looks to bounce back and apply the lessons he learned from the defeat.
Edgar Berlanga took Canelo's best punches tonight. I asked him at the post-press conference to rate Canelo's power.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. one of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped, we'd be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin, and I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove, you know, that's like a thing for me when I, you know, my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves, 'cause I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes to boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
After his loss to Canelo Plant, Berlanga has turned his attention to Caleb Plant as a possible next opponent. He believes that Plant's image as a tough fighter isn't as accurate as people think, suggesting that Plant might not be as strong as he seems. This opens up a storyline where Berlanga aims to prove himself by challenging a respected contender like Plant.
I know you and Caleb had a confrontation in Vegas a few months back. But where is that stemming from? Is it just something that you don't like about him, or is it because of the altercation you guys had in Vegas?
He's a hater. He's soft too. He stood up in the press conference like he's tough because he had a Mexican dude there that got up with him. That's probably his bodyguard. He thinks he's tough. He's not tough. He's not tough. He thinks he's tough. In Vegas, and he's lucky I would have smacked this. Should have smacked this. I should have pulled his beard and smacked him, because I swear to God I would have did it. But it was just, he just came. You know what it was? The problem was that it happened so quick. I didn't expect that to happen. You feel me? Like, it was like, it just hit me like, oh sh. But if I would have seen that coming from a mile away, like something like today or something, like we would have had a little confrontation, I would have smacked 100%. Smacked him.
Given the current state of boxing, a fight with Caleb Plant looks like one of the best opportunities for Berlanga. This matchup gives both fighters the chance to strengthen their position in the super middleweight division. For Berlanga, it represents an opportunity to recover from his recent loss, while for Plant, it's a chance to prove his dominance and possibly secure another title.
So Edgar Berlanga, after the first loss of his career to Canelo, will be returning on March 8th, and he's named the 6 opponents he'd like to fight, so I'm gonna go through them. So first one, Jaime Munguia. This would be a really good fight, but it's not possible for right now. I mean, Munguia is scheduled to fight Bruno Saras in a rematch after the upset of the year, so this would have to happen at a later date. And same with Hamza Shiraz. Shiraz is fighting Carlos Adames for the WBC middleweight title, so I'd like to see this fight maybe if Shiraz moves up. Now, Jamal Charlo, he was scheduled to fight on the Tank versus Roach undercard, but he's dealing with some personal issues, so he pulled out of that fight, so I don't think he's available. And then the Canelo Alvarez rematch, obviously Berlanga doesn't deserve it. Now, Caleb Plant, this is the fight that makes all the sense in the world. And same with Pacheco, I think it would be a really competitive fight, but Pacheco did fight last Saturday, so it'd be a pretty quick turnaround to March. But going back to Berlanga versus Plant, this is definitely the fight to make. I mean, they'd have a really entertaining build-up. There's a lot of bad blood with the run-in that the Canelo Munguia wins. There's some trash talk at the Canelo Berlanga press conferences. I'd really like to see the build-up. And in terms of the rankings, they're both top 10 in super middleweight. I don't think they'll get back to a Canelo rematch, but maybe the winner gets William Skull for the IBF, maybe someone like a Christian Mbili. I would go Plant by decision, but I do think it's a more competitive fight than a lot of people expect.
Caleb Plant sees a potential fight with Berlanga, who is coming off a loss to Canelo, as a smart move. He believes facing Berlanga now could give him an advantage, allowing him to capitalize on Berlanga's recent defeat. Plant's strategy shows a calculated approach to his career, positioning himself for future title opportunities. Boxing fans and analysts are eagerly awaiting this potential matchup, as the contrasting styles and personalities of the two fighters make it one of the most exciting prospects in the sport.
Which one you prefer better, Munguia Plant, Munguia Berlanga?
Man, I think, now you're taking a fight away from me, giving me a fight that I want. I really want Munguia, I really want Plant and Berlanga.
Oh, you saying Munguia getting in the way?
Munguia getting in the way. But both them fights is great fights.
Yeah, that's a round robin.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I'm in it.
While the focus remains on a possible fight with Plant, there have been discussions about Berlanga facing Jaime Mungu as another potential opponent. This alternate matchup presents different challenges for Berlanga, offering another chance to re-establish himself in the division. However, the Plant fight remains the main focus due to the existing tension between the two, and the storyline that has already developed. Boxing experts believe that Caleb Plant's experience could be a key factor in a fight with Berlanga, as his track record against top-level opponents gives him valuable knowledge and ring intelligence.
You agree that Caleb beats him?
Yeah, boxes is just socks off. You know?
I think Caleb will be the favorite, rightfully so. He's got that world-class experience with Canelo, with Benavidez, but he's been in 2 tough fights now.
True.
Berlanga does have that power. We would have to see, has Caleb lost a step? Is there a chink in his armor now after the Canelo stoppage and then Benavidez? It's Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? You went through a war with Benavidez. Well, not a war, but your body went through that type of. I don't know. Can't count out a man with power, and they know each other from sparring.
Right.
That's where all this is coming from.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates.